Hello, welcome to the TV room. Funny, as I look up here, looks like I have a black eye. That's because the microphone is in the way. There we go. So, hi. So as you can see, I pretty much have cleared the decks here because I got something, a while back at the World of Commodore. Funny thing is, when I got there and I found this sitting on my table, my tiny little table, about half the size it should have been, there was this thing. To which I said, oh, why is this here? And then I remembered some while before I had made arrangements to buy this. So, what is it? Well, we'll start off with a serial cable. And then we'll carry on to a power cable. So, that could be all kinds of things. Oh, look. Another power cable, but the ground thing has been ripped off. So, could it be a disk drive? I don't know. What is this? Oh, another power cable. Oh, sorry. This I just threw in the box from downstairs. It's another RF modulator for the VIC-20 that I need to figure out how to test. All right, and then we find a long white box. And then we find another box. And indeed, what do we have in here? Well, it's a printer ribbon. And don't screw. I'm warning it's right. Definitely from looking at it, this one has been used some. Not surprising, because that was the idea. When you have a printer, you should print. And indeed, in this box is another printer ribbon. It too, you can tell just by looking in the middle, looks like it too has been used. It's hard to get a printer ribbon that hasn't been pounded a time or two. All right, we'll put them back in the box for a second. So, I would think that you might have guessed that indeed I got a printer, 1526. Is it? It is a 1526. And it's a funny thing, because I don't really like printers, but I decided it just had to be. And here is the official box that it came in. And as tomorrow is recycling day, perhaps I will put it over there. Now, let's look inside. Oh, it has a ribbon in it. It does. The next thing, I guess we can take this off, is, and I really don't know its status. I just know it's here. So I will grab the printer cable that is, not the printer cable, the power cable that is unwound. And see about plugging it in. And then see about plugging it in. Oh. Okay, well, that was a good sign. I should have checked. I don't like plugging things in. when the power's already on, just in case. And also you get a little, maybe an arc thing going through, but that is a good sign. Somewhere here, I thought I had a little bit of tractor paper, but I don't see it. It's funny how something you always turn around like, oh yeah, tractor paper, oh yeah, tractor paper, oh yeah. And then when you're like, oh, I could use some tractor paper, you can't find it. Well, this is not tractor paper. It's actually part of the Big 20 collection that I just got. But maybe, possibly not. I really can't get it to go through there. So I guess what I'm going to do is turn it off, turn it on. Oh, it came up with an error. And I was supposed to do the test there, but it might be too smart, and it might be saying, yo, we need paper in there. And there's no paper. And indeed, there's not. So right now, the error light is flashing. Alright, where? I know I had some paper here. I know I did. But that does not help. Knowing that it was here. Because it's not here. That is disturbing. Well, if you give me a moment, I will get up and I will go to where I know there is some tractor paper. And this box, I'll set out of the way so it can go out with the recycling. I'm just glancing just outside here to see if I see the paper that I thought I had that I don't have. All right. Well, these things happen. So as I'm heading down the hall to where I need to move some stuff quickly, I will pick it up and I will go. I'm headed back into the box room. I really need to tidy up in here so I can record more in here. All right. Ugh. I have arrived. So I'll try. There we go. I moved what needs to be moved. And now I will find some paper that is tractor paper. I need the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Well, maybe I'll bring this stuff. All right. We're on the way back. Tractor paper in hand. Oh, yeah. Okay. And as it happens, this tractor paper is yellow. But it doesn't matter. Just, way back in the day, if you wanted something in color, there was one of two ways. You got an expensive color printer, or you got paper. That was of a color. Now, can we get this to go through? I would like to think the answer is yes. Mind you, this angle is not really helpful. You know what I think I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip a couple pages off. I'm going to turn this printer sideways so that I can do this better. And I'm going to push this through. Or try. Maybe there's, oh wait, we are, I believe, caution, be sure the paper release lever is in the tractor position after the paper is firmly installed. Position both paper bale rollers just at the end of the red marks. Turn the plastic knob. Oh, come on. Actually, I think this printer is indeed, but okay, do I see it? Do I see the paper coming? I do not. Friction position, tractor position. Okay, that's good. Which means that as I push the paper through, I'm going to take the ribbon out. I'm going to lift this thing. I should be able to see the paper coming through. It doesn't, I think so. Does it feed in this way? Oh, look at that. It feeds in that way. Isn't it beautiful? Now, the next thing is to get the paper lined up nicely on the holes. I think we are. So, oh yeah, install the ribbon. The ribbon needs to go in front. Oh dear. Let's get the paper out of the way. In front of the print head of all things. Oh, come on. I just took you out. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's been a while since, there we go, since I diddled around with the printer. Okay, so I got it lined in there. I think it's in the correct position. I cranked it a bit, that sometimes gets it into position. We will try again. We will press the button on the front. We will turn it on, it will go back and forth. Ooh. And it is printing. Lovely. I wonder if I hold this down, does it stop? Nope. It just keeps on going, but that's okay. It's a good thing to get the pins working and the head moving and all the stuff shuffling around. Perhaps I want to print both ways. Perhaps I'll shut it off. It looks pretty good. Commodore CBM Commodore Model 1526 printer, revision 05. And I don't know how well you can see that, but it has printed. It has indeed. I suppose one thing I could do is pop this ribbon out. And just see if these ribbons are going to be helpful or if they're dead. Alright, turn the ribbon to pull it into position, which I think it did. We'll find out. Turn it on. Okay, hang on. I don't think this is quite in position. No, it is not. Now it is in position. And this ribbon is certainly not. It's not as dark as the other one. It's too bad. Very too bad that they, oh, you can adjust the head a little bit, that they didn't have, because these ribbons are basically the ribbons are about 3 times as thick as the head, but they could, like, if you look at this, I think you can see that, it's pretty much just used in the middle. Pretty much. But still, it would be acceptable. It would be. So here we have the last of the ribbons. Now, of course, the next thing we must do, probably when we next meet, see, that's, it's used a lot, but there's still, if the head could be shifted, it would be good. Anyway, but it can't be, so it won't be. That's just the way it is. All right, we got that in nice. We'll twist that a bit to make sure it's nicely in position. We'll turn, oh, no. Stop. Don't do that. I pressed the feed thing. Okay. We'll press the button. We'll turn it on. And it's not bad. Definitely the first one is the darker. But you know what? For printing, like directory listings or other, all 3 of these would be acceptable. They would be. So, and it's funny, I think somewhere I might have some other ribbons for these. So, not right now because I don't have anything set up here. Come on, ribbon. There we go. All the way back in. Turn. Let's make sure you're working. Yep. we are working. And now I will do the paper advance. And this will come out. Things will spin. And I don't know if you can see on there, but I think you can. I can. Certainly the bottom printing is darker and crisper. It is. And on this part, the top printing, which I let it go for a while, is darker and crisper. But it does seem to work. And the cover is looking pretty good. Like anything, it could use a bit of a face wash. So there. Now here's another cord. I'm sure it's fine. I will put it on the door. This cord, well, it's kind of ugly. And smells, I think, like tobacco. And the ground thing is missing. So I'm going to put it on the door, but it is certainly not my first choice. But there could be times, in older houses, there may be only two plugs, or two plugs with two prongs. Maybe not so many anymore, because more and more houses get ripped down. Mind you, there are people I know that they put in 3-prong plugs, but they weren't grounded. So, the 1526, which I believe is pretty much the same as the MPS 802. Just the MPS 802, I think, was darker in color, like the MPS 801. No, MPS 80. I think the 802 was darker. There was also the 4023, which was, I think, the same printer, but it had an IEEE interface to go with the PET and other things. Of course, you could use it with a 64 or a VIC 20 if you had a C-Link or a bus card or other such device. Anyway, I am pleased. I am. So thanks for coming. Have a lovely, lovely day, and perhaps next time I'll try and make enough room here to get out a computer, to get out a disk drive, and see about printing out a directory. At least that is the plan. Thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.